Welcome back to AfricaCom 2018, where we are shaping Africa's digital future. With me is Joel Churcher, GM for Africa and Vice President at BBC Studios. Hello, Joel.
Hello.
Are you having a good time in Cape Town?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm based in Johannesburg, so it's always a joy to get to come to Cape Town. This is my third AfricaCom, I think. So it's always nice to come and actually meet people from different parts of media and platforms and technology to see how we're all working together.
Let's try to understand what you do, because I suppose the most immediate connection with BBC for me is news, but you do everything else but news.
But news, yeah. So BBC Studios is a recent merger between the distribution arm, which was BBC Worldwide,
correct,
and the production arm, which is the makers of TV shows. And BBC Studios merged in April this year, so that the people that make the shows can now talk to the people that distribute the shows, and we're one holistic organisation. I head up the Africa operation. We have an office in Joburg, a team there, and our job is to deliver linear services, branded services. You'll see them on DSTV, BBC First, our drama channel, BBC Brit, our Fact 10 channel, general entertainment, BBC Lifestyle, our lifestyle channel, CBBS, and then of course there's World News that we distribute. So we've got a portfolio of channels. We commission locally, come dine with me South Africa, Great South African Bake Off, and we deliver the best of British creativity onto those channels. On top of that, we distribute our content outside of BBC, so you'll watch Top Gear. I think Top Gear's on tonight on SABC3.
Correct.
That comes from my office as well. You'll see BBC content on Showmax, on Netflix, on free-to-airs in Kenya, in Nigeria. That's what we do, and that's what my office is responsible for.
It's a changing industry, is it not? Voice on demand, or video on demand rather, is now the way that people are choosing to consume television. Yeah. How is that impacting on your business?
Well, it's great, because we've always said we're platform agnostic, so we don't mind where our content goes. In fact, it's always been a tragedy that content's only ever been watched either on a pay window, which people can't afford, or a free-to-air window, which the broadcasters can't afford. Now, with the sort of emergence of cheaper monthly subscriptions on video on demand services, you can watch our content, BBC content, on Showmax, on Netflix, on Amazon, on a whole array of video on demand platforms and services, and you pay $5-10 a month, not $100.
Which is amazing, because I can then watch it when I want it, as opposed to I have to wait until Tuesday evening to watch, Top Gear on SABC3.
Exactly, and also for the business, it's great, because if you're a program maker, you've only really had two places to go to get your show made. You've had to either gone to the free-to-airs, and they've got no money, or they go to the pay TV window, but we've got our stuff, right? Our job, we've already got the pipeline. So the new platforms are another way for young people, young, brilliant, creative minds to go and pitch their ideas. And all of them know, all of those platforms, video on demand platforms know, at some point in their future, in the evolution of their platform, they're going to need to make local shows, original commissions. Netflix have done it, Amazon have done it, Showmax have done it. So everyone knows that that's the bait that attracts viewers onto your service. So I think it's great.
Gaze into your crystal ball for a moment. Fast forward 10 years, how will the media space be, and how are you going to be responding to it?
Well, it's already started, hasn't it? I mean, convergence of media companies has already started. So bigger companies are acquiring and buying smaller companies. And if you look at, I think particularly here in Africa, a convergence of big broadcasters, video on demand services, and media companies, that they will shrink to become bigger players. And I think being creative in how you produce shows, and what I mean by that is the commercial model behind that is really important. People seem to think BBC have got deep pockets. BBC Studios last year spent 170 million on content. That's a lot of money, but it's not 13 billion, which Netflix spent. And the way we do that is by partnering creatively with other partners. So Dynasties, which is the new David Attenborough tentpole, it will be on DSTV next week, I believe, a premiere. We've got the premiere of it at the IMAX in Joburg tomorrow. That was funded by 3 different partners. That was funded by BBC America, it was funded by Tencent in China, and France Télévisions. We couldn't make it without pooling all those resources and making sure that we can create a show that is globally appealing, but we need finances and partners to do that. So I think that's another trend that we'll see, people partnering with each other to develop global hits.
Which then places pressure on you and your team to be creative, innovative, in then staying ahead of the game.
Always. And I think the one thing that at the heart of BBC is British creativity. I think we've always done a very good job of promoting on-screen and off-screen talent globally. I mean, we're in the world of making global hits. So Dynasties, Planet Earth 2, Blue Planet 2, they're not made just for the UK. They're made for a global audience. I'd argue Netflix do the same thing. I'd argue HBO do the same thing. They're making great shows, great storytelling that will have a global hit. And essentially, yes, trying to find that next great story is always going to be the most challenging thing and the competitive thing in this business. I think what is interesting about that is just who owns that show.
Yeah.
BBC are moving, the merger of BBC Studios with its distribution arm is a bid to get further upstream and own the IP. So BBC owns 17, or have a stake in 17 independent production companies in the UK. So when they come up with an idea, it's already part of the BBC family, and we can commission it and then make it distributed globally.
I hope you get a lot of innovation out of AfricaCom 2018. Thank you very much to Joel Churcher.
Thanks very much.